Excuses are killable. They are not invincible. Even though it might seem like we keep returning to them, with the correct action plan, they can be controlled, just like any bad habit. Kill the excuse, bury it, and make the conscious decision to never look back are the 4 stages that will help you, together with your accountability partner, to compete. When you're attempting to go it alone, it might be incredibly difficult to overcome excuses and compete. A coworker, a business or life coach, your best friend, or a mastermind group can all serve as your accountability. Finding someone you can trust is crucial. Trust promises to keep you accountable. I will motivate you to keep going, yet I won't hesitate to call you out on your ridiculousness. Excuses cause us to lose sight of our objectives and desires, and if we're not careful, they can even bring them to an end. Although humans are excellent at many things, we also have many flaws that we should work hard to overcome. Our tendency to make excuses is one of those flaws. In actuality, an excuse that began as a small justification for not doing something right away, or as a way to avoid having to say no to someone, develops into a habit that is so hard to stop that you may not even be aware of it. Everybody has, at some point in their lives, made some sort of justification. But when your justifications become into routines, you realize it's time to make some corrections. When we are unable to say no to others, or when we are not ready to do something, we justify our actions. There are reasons why we make excuses. First, we lack confidence in ourselves. Either we don't know enough about something to be confident, or we know what we stand for, but something is telling us not to trust ourselves. If you are sincere about it, you can simply fix both of these. You already know what to do if you lack information, so go get the training that will make you more knowledgeable. Reputable online sources can provide you with useful information. It is possible to enroll in online courses. To assist you, you can hire a coach or mentor. Acquiring the necessary knowledge to accomplish your goals increases your self-assurance and strengthens your self-belief. One of the few things you truly control is your mindset, so begin thinking of it that way. You should choose carefully what you feed your mind since it has great power. Be mindful of your thoughts from now on. As soon as you see yourself thinking negatively, stop and replace it with a good thought. You'll quickly come to understand that the more you practice, the more adept you will get at controlling your thoughts, which will lead to less excuses. We must ensure that our excuses won't come back to hunt us after we make the decision to put an end to them and move on with our lives. Excuses serve as the building blocks for a house of failure. The moment you accept full responsibility for your actions and cease offering justifications, that's the day you rise to the top. People who have a tendency to make excuses are responsible for 91% of failures. A person skilled at offering justifications is rarely good at anything else. It is difficult to succeed at anything else when you are skilled at making excuses. Excuses hurt because they keep people from achieving their goals. Excuses become beliefs when we make them and say them again and over again. Then, the belief starts to come true on its own. We benefit greatly when we accept responsibility and refuse to offer justifications. Successes brought about by this mindset serve as a basis for confidence, pride, and self-respect. Accountability fosters proficiency and authority. We gain people's trust by keeping our end of the bargain and fulfilling our commitments. People will cooperate with us voluntarily once they regard us as trustworthy, as it will benefit both of us. As you can see, taking accountability for our actions can propel us to success, yet offering justifications can impede our advancement. These few steps can help us kill our excuses. Focus on the good. We typically make excuses when we're not in the mood to do anything, which highlights the bad. Rather, find the enjoyment and delight in anything. And keep your spirits up, or you'll never overcome the justifications. Discover a fix. Almost all issues have an answer. Too busy? Begin with simply 5 to 10 minutes. Give it enough time. Get up earlier. Complete it during lunch. Do not own a membership at a gym? Work out in the workplace or at home. Not feeling very energetic? When your energy levels are higher, do it. You are intelligent. Determine the answer. Assume accountability. We use excuses to avoid taking responsibility for our actions. It's not our fault if we lack resources, money, time, equipment, etc., right? False. accept accountability, and own the resolution. Recognize your objective and take responsibility. This is the driving force behind your actions. Although you could merely lie on the couch, you'll be more inspired if you consider the reasons behind your true motivation for the objective. Set your objective in mind and just do it. Modify your viewpoint. Accepting responsibility helps you perceive issues as chances rather than roadblocks. Life is not about you, it's about you. You've come to this point in your life because of everything that has occurred to you. You can choose to change your circumstances or to keep coming up with excuses. It's possible that those who make excuses are constrained by some limiting ideas. We tell ourselves these tales about who we are. You will keep coming up with reasons not to pursue your true desires if you genuinely think that you're undeserving of success or that you lack the inner fortitude to face setbacks. Modify your narrative. Upon recognizing your limiting ideas, you can effectively modify your narrative and cease providing justifications. To achieve this, recognize your negative self-talk and swap out any restricting ideas for ones that would strengthen you. You can alter your life by making changes to your words and narrative. Quit overthought. Massive, determined action is the path to success. Making difficult judgments is a key competency of exceptional leaders and a necessary life skill. Yet many justification givers have analysis paralysis. You need to stop overanalyzing, let go of the past, and take decisive action in order to quit creating excuses. Specification defined. Do you wake up every morning full of energy and enthusiasm? The answer to the question of how to quit making excuses is probably not yes. How then can you get started? Return to the drawing board and review your life's blueprint. What is it that you truly desire? Make a compelling idea that you will be honored to pursue, and you won't ever justify anything again. Set purpose. While finding your purpose is important, the first step to making the invisible visible is to set goals. You are forced to stop making excuses and start building a compelling future when you work toward attainable goals. Set smart goals that are doable and start small. As your self-assurance grows, aim higher and also, holding oneself responsible for your actions is essential to quitting creating excuses. But it's not always simple. Seek assistance from your significant other or a reliable friend. Declare your reasons. It's time to face reality. What justifications are you offering and finding acceptable? What is your go-to option that you consistently utilize for particular tasks or actions? As you find yourself using an excuse, add it to the list of all the justifications you are making. Look into yourself and ask why you use a particular excuse. Take some time to go over your list and figure out the rationale behind each excuse. Continue peeling the onion to uncover the true motivation behind your chosen justification. We can only understand why we keep making excuses and how to develop constructive action habits in their place by taking the time to investigate the underlying causes of our excuses. Get friends who will call you out and push you. Your relationships are essential to eliminating your justifications. Why would you expect anything different from those with whom you spend most of your leisure time who avoid accountability and make excuses all the time? It's critical that we spend our time with those who will pick us up, support us, and give us the motivation to keep going. When we create excuses, challenge ourselves and call us out. Remind us of the people we claim to be, and then confront us when our behavior deviates from our ideal life. Comparing your own behind-the-scenes narrative to someone else's highlight reel might lead to disappointment. Most of the time when we evaluate ourselves against others, we're comparing ourselves to individuals who have already achieved our desired goals and are disappointed that we haven't reached their level of success. We just consider the difference between our current situation and that of another individual, never considering their journey or the amount of time it took them to get there. A racer cannot compete at their best if they are preoccupied with what other competitors are doing. They can only attain their maximum speed by concentrating on their race, their lane, and their finish line. In life, the same holds true. When we let ourselves get sidetracked by what other people are doing and start comparing ourselves to them, we never realize our true potential. Focus on your lane. Participate in your race. And keep in mind that everyone who is there at the moment you want to be at began at precisely the same place as you do. Receive accountability for all of your actions. If you are going to delegate your responsibility to someone else, you cannot be a competitor. The three variables we consistently manage are our attention, our perspective, what we do. Therefore, the decision to assign blame to another person or accept accountability for our own acts rests entirely with us. Furthermore, we are solely responsible for deciding whether or not we want to choose to mentor others by modeling accountability. Even when the majority of the issue is beyond their control, a great leader takes ownership of their actions and takes responsibility for them. Take a moment now and again to review your development. Make a comparison between your current situation and your ideal state. Why is there a difference between these 2 points? Avoid offering justifications. Plan ahead and implement corrective measures. Take ownership of your mistakes, learn from them, and never make the same mistakes twice. Invest your time in finding answers rather than making up justifications. Acknowledge that it is up to you whether you succeed or fail. The decisions you make will determine this. Your attitude will determine this. Decide that you will take on accountability from now on. Look for a way rather than an excuse. Make amends instead of offering reasons. Excuses are a guaranteed method to remain where we are, keeping us from succeeding and realizing our full potential. It's time to stop believing the lies to ourselves that prevent us from moving forward. And we've all been there, coming up with justifications to dodge accountability and failing to make the required moves forward. If you find this video helpful, like and share. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.